I'm really pleased with all my viewers and subscribers because the ideas that you guys post on the comments and or even on social media, they are always great. So on our last episode, I started this new area up the mountains here where it was actually an idea from one of our subscribers, the Global Special. And again, thanks for this amazing idea because I think this is looking really, really good. And I've done that and I created this mountain town or city or however you want to call it. And I think I finished most of the roads here. There is just a couple more that I want to do, but I'll do at the end of the video because that'll be a nice touch there for the end. I'm applying some policies in here as well, and I name it for the first time. And this is Neverest. So it's never the Everest. Just because it's very tall, but there is no snow or anything like that. And I thought it was kind of funny to have a name like that. But anyway, if you have a better name, just let me know and I'll make sure I'll get that in there. And now I'm onto providing a lot of new paths for pedestrians because what I think is we don't have that many connections on the roads here. And we do have this very narrow place and very close by, but you can't actually reach these other areas unless you walk through like a very, very long way. And these pathways, they will help us a lot in that sense, making sure that we can easily access any part of the town by foot, not just by car. And that's what I want here as well. I think I've set this as preferring cycling, preferring parks, no high rise. It's a very quiet and secluded little town up the mountains, and I quite like that. And I think all these paths, they work quite well with the roads that we have here. So that red will pop with that bluish gray that we have in the roads. And then I went on zoning, so I'll leave that area at the center so we can build a park in there. I've already zoned that as park. I don't know if you noticed that, but I want to have like a central area in here for people to come and relax a little bit. It's not a huge park, it's a very small one, but it also serves as a connection between these different sides here. That's why I put a lot of entrance, nothing special there, just a few cafes, some restrooms, information, and all that stuff. I think like it's the, let's call it our town center. And here we are. That's the part that I want to do that I mentioned that'll be a little bit of a surprise, which is the cable car. I think like this is a very special area to have that. I think this work quite well on this side of the mountain because it's not straight up and it's also not in a way where it would make sense to have like a road. I could have like a wavy road going coming up and down there. I can still do that. I don't know what you think, but in the comments if you think that would be a good area to have a wavy road. We can go underneath the cable car so we don't have just one access point for this little town. But yeah, I think this will look great in here because then one side you have that wavy roads and here you have the cable car just bringing people straight up much faster and much safer, much cheaper than getting on that road. And I'll do public transportation in a second as well. And this is the new road that I mentioned that I need to do and added some pathways in there so everything is connected and obviously some water because I forgot to decide of the town to for water connection. But yeah, that's done, and our uh, bus lines are being placed now. And what I want to do is just like a big bus line going through all this area, going like up and down, left and right, making sure that it went everywhere in here. And I don't think there's anything special about that. It's just it just covers all these areas, so you basically can reach anywhere just jumping on this bus. And I don't know if I mentioned that before. I probably did like a couple of times, but uh, all the public transportation in the city, they are all free, and we are still making a lot of money every month. So no issues there. I like having free public transportation in my cities, and I'm quite happy with that. And then I'm taking a look here at the traffic and parking, and I believe we would do well with a small parking area here just next to the metro and the cable car. And I'll do one up here as well near the area where I said I would do the viewing point. But I just want to put a statue on this curve. I've seen that before on a roads where you have like wavy roads and you go around and you have like a nice statue in there. It's such like a nice touch. It's something that looks really nice in that little area. I didn't detail it too much because I think the mountain is the detailing in here. So all the trees, all this area, it looks great the way it is. So I didn't want to do much, just add a few trees in a few places that I felt it was missing something. But other than that, I didn't do a lot more there. And then I'll wait a little bit for all the buildings to grow, start growing. We do have some demand only for commercial and offices there, but I've just put them down and have to wait a little bit to have more residential coming in. And this one is the line that connects to the bottom part of the city. As I mentioned before, I want to do one that goes through these wavy roads and goes all the way up. I just had to fix the turning in here, so I was doing some weird stuff there. But yeah, these two lines are very popular, and they are being used a lot. And here we have the viewing deck, and I also add some parking there, as I mentioned, because you usually have it when you have a viewing deck like that. And I've also had some commercial buildings around this area. I think it was just two buildings, one on each side, very small, just so you have somewhere to buy stuff. And I put down these toilets, outdoor toilets in here, just for emergencies, as you can see. And there we go, those two small commercial areas, and I'm just looking around making sure that I have everything in place. And let's wait for this to grow a little bit. And there we go, we have a few buildings coming up and already being upgraded, as you can see. And then I came back and did some adjustments on these bus lines, just to make sure that we have everything that we need there. And I'll show you that a little bit later. But as you can see, there's a lot of people using these lines, and I'm quite happy with that because this is mostly a residential area, but there's a lot of people trying to get in other areas as well. But let's jump into the live mode so I can show you a few things around, like those bus lines and cable car. And here we are in our new beautiful suburb. So as you can see, this is quite a big area actually compared to everything else in the city. Let me see if I can go That's not working. Let's try this. So as you can see, the area here is, I don't know, it gets like a lot of these neighborhoods all together, but it's obviously less dense. But one thing that I missed here that I want to fix right now is the mail post office. So let's do this before we forget. So I want to add one here so we can cover all this area, and I'll probably add a couple more, one here, one around there, just so we cover all this area. And we do have some issues with garbage. I don't know why the trucks come all the way here and they just vanish. I was looking at that. I'll probably have to add some service that's closer to this area. I'll probably build something at the corner here. I'll see. But I like all these cars coming on the bridge. I just like that. That's pretty nice. But yeah, this is our new area and it's still growing. So there is still a lot to happen here. But as you can see, this looks so good. I like how there are no houses in front of each other. They all have this fantastic view that we have from here. Look at that. I just love it. That's really, really cool. But, and oh, I forgot to mention as well, we did one small commerce building on this corner, and this is a cinema. So this looks quite nice in this area. I found it funny that we grilled this building here. But yeah, now for public transportation, we do have not exactly what I wanted here. I want this. So we have the, what is it? The mountain line. Let's take a look at that, which is this one that's go from the bottom all the way up there and get it through here. And we have some crime in there. I'll take a look at that. So we have 7 vehicles in this line. They're not completely full, but when they get here, they get full. And this stop up on the mountain. So right here, and this gets quite busy. So that's why we have so, I don't think it's so many because we still like getting a full bus over there. I might even add one more just because this line is so long, especially when they get in the road here. But yeah, that's this line, which we have 80 passengers, and the Neverest Loop we have 183. And this is pretty busy, especially on this stop, which is this one for the cable car. And this is quite nice as well. We have a lot of people waiting there, and I might need more buses in here. We have 15, but again, this line is also pretty big, so I'll probably go up to 18, maybe. Let's do it. Let's get up to 18 and see if we can move more people faster. And yeah, those are the buses. As you can see, this is pretty busy, and we have a lot of people walking around. People here, well, not just because I said there are less people in here. But near the park, what is that? Here we are level 2 already, so that's good. We're getting on the level 3 over there. But near this area, as you can see, there's a lot of people walking there. They're all coming from the bus stop and going everywhere. They go across the park to the both sides, and that's what I like to see. They're using public transportation and also using all the pathways and all these beautiful roads that we have. And I like that these roads, when you put up a stop, you have this shelter and a bench underneath it. I think it looks quite nice, to be honest. But yeah, this is our new area, and something that I've added off camera is the crematorium because we didn't have uh, anything for the dead people, but I've added two because I think this will be quite busy, and I think the more the better in that sense. What I'm looking here now is actually where I can place the garbage collection, and I'm thinking somewhere around there. So I'll quickly do this with you guys and our university. So let's get back into this view and change this to that, and we'll wave our way around that. I don't want it to be very close. I want it somewhere around here, probably in here where we have that flat area. And let's get our Brutus incinerator. I know that we have an area for the city that just have all these services, but what I think is that those buildings without like any rubbish collection, they need something closer, otherwise they won't work. The garbage won't be collected. Here you go, they have water, and hopefully we'll start seeing some trucks coming out. There we go. Let me just follow that. That's a nice truck. Oh no, come back. Let me close that and let's see where this is going. So hopefully it's going to the right place there. Let's see if this helps us. I just hope it doesn't go down. As you can see, we still have trucks coming. These purple trucks, they are garbage trucks that are coming to the city from the service area. But I don't know what happens because they all vanish when they get to this area and the rubbish is never collected. Not really sure why. So that's why I want to follow this guy and see if he's able to get somewhere there. But I'm thinking it's probably coming back already because it's not picking up any rubbish along the way. There is another one going in there. Let's take a look at that one. Hopefully this one will do the honors and get us. We have another one now coming. Okay, they're starting to come up. Hopefully this will fix our issues here. They have to go over there. They have to go over there. And listen to me, they have to go over here. Okay, we have like a few trucks there. This one, you see, they just vanished. These are the trucks that come from the service area. Maybe it's too far away from them, but I just find it weird that it just vanished. They don't go back or anything like that. They just completely vanish. So I don't really know. Maybe a possible solution is actually bring that to here so they go straight in there. But let's see how this goes. They're starting to work in this area, and hopefully this will get better very, very soon. We just have to wait a little bit because they are picking up the ones that are closer, and they are just making their way over there. So as you can see, there is one here. They'll probably pick up on these buildings, and yeah, let's see what happens there. I know that they can, yeah, they're making the turn there. That's good. Yeah, I think this will be fixed now. We just have to wait. While this is done, I think we are good. And what I want to do here is just take a look at the cable car and uh, thank you guys for watching, for your continued support, and for all your ideas. They've been awesome, and they are, I think they work quite well for us. And look at this view. I really, really enjoyed this. So if you like this video and this series, please consider subscribing. Also, click the like button because that helps me a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.